Captain Brock Morgan struggled to contain the impulse to strike the insectoid adversary squarely in its mandibles. As the first human to address the Galactic Council, he felt the weight of the moment. The Zaria Prime Council chamber teemed with reptilians, melons, insectoids, and various other alien species fixating their gaze upon Brock. Placing his hands on the podium, he cleared his throat before delivering his address. "I am honored to represent humanity at this esteemed council." Brock began, his voice firm. "Mankind anticipates a future of cooperation and understanding with the galactic community." But his words were swiftly dismissed by Xerox, the insectoid representative, whose mandibles clicked disdainfully. "We have no interest in the ramblings of an upstart species barely capable of interstellar travel." Xerox hissed, garnering murmurs of agreement from the council. Frustrations surged within Brock as he tightened his grip on the podium. The fate of humanity hung in the balance. Ignored by the council's chatter, he pondered his next move. Suddenly, Counselor Kiro of the Avon rose to address him. "Human, how can your primitive species claim readiness for this council?" Kiro inquired, fixing his gaze on Brock. Brock's jaw clenched. "Humanity has made significant advancements despite our recent entry into the interstellar arena," he retorted. "We possess valuable contributions to offer." Kiro emitted a mocking laugh. "Is that so? Tell me, human, how do you reproduce? Surely not in such archaic ways as live birth." Brock paused, caught off guard by the question. "Yes, we give birth to live young," he replied, bracing for the reaction. Gasps and mutters erupted across the chamber. Followed by Murlock's disdainful condemnation of human reproduction, Brock's anger surged, and he pounded the podium. "Our method of reproduction does not define our worth as a species," he declared, silencing the chamber with his outburst. Brock paused, taking a deep breath before pressing on. "Humanity has surmounted countless challenges with ingenuity, determination, and cooperation," he asserted, his voice unwavering. "While we may be newcomers to the galactic community, we possess valuable contributions. Do not dismiss us so readily," Zros sneered at Brock's defiance. "You dare to raise your voice, human? Your species is evidently too emotional and irrational for a seat on this council." Brooke Mitsraski squarely. "Emotions are not a weakness, Counselor. They drive us to excel, to reach for the stars. Without passion and determination, we would never have ventured beyond our own planet." The chamber buzzed with murmurs of agreement and disapproval as Brock implored the counselors to judge humanity based on its actions, potential, and willingness to learn. "Give humanity a chance to prove ourselves," he urged, the weight of his words palpable in the tense silence. But his plea was met with a cacophony of dissent. Representatives from various species rose, accusing humanity of threatening the natural order with their unconventional reproduction methods. Brock stood resolute at the podium, his resolve unwavering despite the chaos around him. However, amidst the clamor, his communicator beeped, signaling an incoming message from Dr. Sophia Chong. "We have a problem, Brock." Sophia's urgent voice filled his ears. "There's evidence of a conspiracy within the Council to sabotage humanity's integration into the galactic community." Brock's jaw tightened as Sophia revealed the clandestine efforts to discredit and isolate humanity. So this debate about our biology was just a ploy. He muttered, realization dawning. With determination, Brock returned to the podium, raising his voice to address the council once more. "I have evidence of a conspiracy aimed at thwarting humanity's efforts to join the galactic community," he declared, his words cutting through the turmoil of the chamber. The chamber fell into a stunned silence as the representatives fixated their gaze on Brock, holding up his communicator to project the holographic evidence provided by Sophia. "As you can see," Brock announced, his voice cutting through the tension, "there has been a coordinated effort to spread misinformation and fear about humanity. This conspiracy aims to isolate and discredit our species." Murlock's mandibles clicked furiously as he rose to his feet in protest. "This is preposterous. You have no proof." Pointing to the holographic display, Brock countered, "The proof is right here, Counselor. Communications, meeting logs, and financial transactions clearly implicate certain council members in this plot." Murmurs rippled through the chamber as the representatives absorbed the revelation. Brock pressed on, his voice unwavering. "I call upon the Galactic Council to thoroughly investigate this matter. We must root out those who seek to divide us and strive for cooperation and understanding. As the chamber buzzed with activity, Brock's mind raced with the implications of the conspiracy. He knew this was just the beginning of a challenging battle. Determined to see it through, he slammed his fist on the podium to regain attention. "Counselors," Brock declared firmly, "I have evidence that this debate has been manipulated by individuals who seek to undermine humanity's integration into the galactic community." With the holographic display illuminating the council table, Brock continued, "Certain council members, including Murloc and Xykra, have orchestrated a campaign of misinformation and prejudice against humanity. Using our biology as a distraction from the real issues, Murloc erupted in protest, but Brock met his gaze unflinchingly. "The evidence speaks for itself, Counselor. Your bias and manipulation are clear. You fear humanity's inclusion will threaten your power." The chamber erupted into murmurs as representatives processed Brock's accusations. Some nodded in agreement, while others remained steadfast in their opposition. Yet amidst the turmoil, voices rose in support of Brock's plea for fairness and understanding. However, Murloc and Xykra remained resolute in their opposition. Accusing Brock of deception and demanding his removal from the chamber, Brock stood his ground, his determination unwavering. "Humanity will not be silenced," he declared, his eyes blazing with resolve. "We deserve a fair chance, free from baseless accusations." The council chamber erupted into chaos once more, with representatives shouting over each other, taking sides, and demanding action. Amidst the tumult, Brock caught the eye of a reptilian representative who had remained silent throughout the debate. The reptilian nodded slowly, a glimmer of respect in his eyes. Brock knew the battle was far from over. Murloc, Xykra, and their allies would not relent easily, but he also sensed he had planted a seed of doubt in some council members' minds. He had exposed the conspiracy and shown that humanity would not be cowed by prejudice and fear. As the arguing continued, Brock stood tall, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. He would fight for humanity's place in the galactic community, no matter the cost. Suddenly, the chamber doors swung open, and a hush fell over the room as Odin Feeve, the legendary mediator and peacemaker, entered. Val surveyed the room with ancient eyes, his presence commanding attention. "I have heard the commotion from afar." Val's deep voice resonated through the chamber. "I sense discord and prejudice here. I am here to listen and guide." Turning to Brock, Val requested his perspective on the matter. Brock nodded, taking a deep breath before addressing the esteemed mediator and counselors. "Mediator Val, esteemed counselors." Brock began, his voice steady. "I stand before you not to plead for humanity's acceptance, but to demand our right to be judged on our merits and actions." He gestured to the council members, his determination evident. "Look around you. Every species here has unique traits and abilities. These differences do not make any one species superior or inferior. They are simply the result of our diverse evolutionary paths." Brock's voice grew stronger as he emphasized the importance of diversity and cooperation. By embracing our differences and learning from one another, we can achieve far more together than alone. Val listened intently as Brock continued to speak of humanity's resilience, adaptability, and ingenuity. Some council members nodded in agreement, while others remained unmoved. When Brock finished, Val closed his eyes in contemplation. After a tense moment, he addressed the council with a hint of a smile. "Captain Morgan's words ring true," Val declared. "Prejudice and ignorance have no place here. To judge a species by their method of reproduction is foolish. Humanity will be granted a provisional seat on this council." The chamber erupted in a mix of cheers and protests, but Val's decision was final. Murloc and Xykra were stripped of their positions, facing punishment for their conspiracy. As security escorted the disgraced counselors from the chamber, Brock felt a wave of relief wash over him. Humanity had taken its first step onto the galactic stage, and Brock knew that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges and prejudices. But as he looked out at the sea of alien faces, Brock felt a sense of hope, with understanding, cooperation, and a willingness to learn. All species could work together towards a brighter future, And Brock was ready to lead humanity on that journey, knowing that their greatest strengths lay in their resilience, adaptability, and unity.